Thank you for tuning in to my channel today, and this is Word of Videos. I'm going to be speaking about today, how long does it take for the body to adjust to healthy eating? Okay, how long does it take for the body to adjust to healthy eating? Um, Before I get started, you know me, guys, I just have to put a little prayer in there to make sure everything comes out clarity and with perfect clarity. Okay, so Lord, I'm asking you to take control of this voice of mine today, to lead me into the right and professional words to place out to my viewers and regarding to healthy eating versus healthy diets. And I would like to send the message to those of them out there who may be struggling with healthy diets and unknowingly suffering with diabetes versus other ailments that may be affecting their health. I would like to send this message to touch anyone that's in need of a clarification or need to know how they can start getting on this healthy train to better nutritionist diet versus healthy eating, in terms of being on a good and healthy diet as well. So I send this message out to viewers in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay, now what I would like to talk to you on today. Me myself, I've been a vegan for a little while now, over a year now. I too was in that health risk condition, but the Lord was speaking to me, and I just so happened to run into some professionals that was giving me great advice on how to reverse my way of thinking, reverse my way of eating, and reverse, just to be conscious and aware of what a healthy diet can lead to, as far as being healed from ailments that you may have. I know a lot of us suffer with, conditions beyond our control, and we might be experiencing taking lots of medications or what. But, as over the last past year, I ran into some of the most excellent doctors that I've spoken with in the course of changing my life and my lifestyle and my diet and my way of eating. And I found that through discussing things that was, that was ailment to me, helped me become a better and clear person that became more aware of the different types of healthy eating diets that's out there. Okay. So I'm just going to go through a few things that may help some of you that's suffering with diabetes or taking more than one or two medications at a time, that can encounter and can sometimes medications can have side effects on you. It depends on the medications that you're taking. So sometimes it's important, if you're going to a doctor and they ask you to bring all your medications, it's important for you to carry your medications and let them know that what you're on. So then maybe they can help you balance your way of eating, your way of, living per se, and accordingly to the medications that you are already on. Sometimes you're giving extra medications that do not coincide with the medications that maybe another doctor has prescribed to you, and you might have side effects, and it can come in the form of memory loss, and so on and so forth. So I'm the type of person, I don't want to emphasize too much on people's disabilities and whether they have memory loss or side effects, with lots of pain, suffering with pains, or health issues with breathing, or so on and so forth. But these are things that you should be aware and conscious of. And if you can seek for better understanding and better health, doctors that will, actually tell you the truth about your health, because you sometimes don't always run into very good doctors. But if you find one, I suggest that you keep him or her. Okay, so but I'm going to be going through some of the things that turned my life totally around, as far as my way of eating and thinking, because once you get over a certain age, then you tend to, the weight tends to pile up, and then you tend to have much harder time of getting rid of the excess weight or the excess water or whatever. But sometimes we should focus on detoxing ourselves. I would say as far as my health go, I do it, cleansing every 30 days. I give myself 30 to 40 days at least to detox yourself. But that is according to how your body feel. Are you regulated? Are you going regularly, having bowel movements or whatever? Because when you reach a certain age, things tend to slow down on you, including your energy. And it's much harder to lose the excess weight than it was when you were younger. So when I was younger, I was more of a vegetarian myself, and I used to be so into physical activities, a lot of jogging and walking, whatever. And I was real small woman. I've already expressed and explained some of the things outside of eating that can affect you, which is toxic. So, but now I'm going to talk about eating healthy, and then later on in my in my next video coming up, I'll speak about other ways of being aware of things that you need to focus on as far as being your best true you, being the best true you, or being the best version of you, in another video coming up. But today I'm going to focus on healthy eating. Okay, how, and I've been asked before, how long did it take me to adjust to healthy eating? Okay, I used to be a vegetarian. Okay, I didn't eat, I only ate, the only types of meat I used to eat was chicken and fish. But my body, as I aged, my body got so it couldn't take all the meats like fish and chicken. It couldn't take a lot of that anymore, and definitely not a lot of shellfish. So I became to understand my body more and more, because I would constantly feel sick, drowsy, from a lot of different things that I was eating that was not healthy for my brain, my energy levels, or anything. But if you eat enough, I'm telling you, people, if you eat broccoli is, you eat a lot of broccoli, that's supposed to give you energy if you do eat it raw, and then get your favorite salad dressing or something and dip. You can find, if you're vegan, you can find non-GMO products at the store. It's the little blue level, and it says non-GMO. So that's more so for vegans. So today I want to explain to you how I became a vegan, and how long did it take me to form that more healthy diet. Now, you may see me on the film today and don't look like I'm skinny enough to be a vegan, but you haven't seen the whole me. You're just looking at top heavy me, and I've always been like that since since a very young age, and I refuse to cut them off, because a lot of us women today, or want to be women today, is doing implants. And see, I thank God that I didn't have to do an implant for any of what God gave me naturally. I thank God, praise the Lord for it. Amen. So, but anyway, moving on to what would be a healthy diet? How long could it take? I mean, I would say it would take at least about 21 days to really get into 21 days to, really get into the habit of eating different foods that you are not accustomed to eating, such as meat. Okay, meat. Being a vegan, I found that is more products out there now that can make up for the foods that you're not eating. And I will later on down the line show you some of my cooking that I've done and share with others for as far as being healthy. And it really, really helps you. It don't clutter your brain. It doesn't clutter your heart. I mean, and you'll, two times out of one, your life will expand possibly a little longer. But we as people cannot determine when our time will come exactly. Only God knows that. So as a believer, I say only God knows the truth about that. So, and it depends on your circumstances. Okay, so I say it takes at least 21 days. You can start on a slow diet, like you start with things like little soups, simple soups. You don't have to have like the chicken soup, but you could start with little simple soups with a little flavor in it, broccoli soup, things like that, and gradually wean yourself off of the habit of eating soups with meat. So you could do soups and salads. My recommendation: potato soup. You can do potato soup. They have onion soup. They have all different types of soup that does not really include meat. And just a reminder for those of you who are not familiar with eating vegan, it's non-dairy products. First of all, I don't do dairy products, and I don't do meat anymore. I do substitutions of meats, such as chickpeas. You can make meatloaf out of chickpeas. Honey, don't ask me, don't get me to going down the list, because I have a whole ton of different foods that I've made throughout the course of being on this vegan journey for over a year now. And it's really helped me improve my health as far as being able to tolerate some of the stressful situations that I used to encounter from day to day. And then I'm not on the medications, as many medications as I used to be on anymore. And if you're high blood pressure, it might decrease your blood pressure level, diabetes. Nothing is impossible when God is involved. So, it could, you can be a diabetic today, and then tomorrow you can be non-diabetic. I mean, your sugar level your glucose can be lower than, people will say, oh, it's a miracle. I've never experienced, but take it from me, people. Things can change. With God, anything is possible. So just hold on to God's unchanging hand and keep the faith. So moving on to, I would say in most cases, it do take an average of 2 months or more to form a healthy habit gradually. And that's what I would say. Healthy eating is choosing foods that's without meat, as I stated before, because you are what you eat. If you eat, if you eat a bear's foot, a pig's head, this is what you eat. So, in the long run, don't blame nobody if you start looking like the pig, because you're eating the pig. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure you people get the message there. I'm not trying to change your mind about the way you eat, but, gradually wean away from the things that are unhealthy for you, and especially pork. Pork, they has a lot of salt in it, is salty contents in it, And if you a high blood potential person, then you want to stay away from that, because that triggers you into having heart attacks. And say, for instance, you eat a chicken, and say you bought the chicken from the store. We, as people, we're not watching the peoples that's producing or putting the chickens out or anything, before the chickens arrive. They might be plump chickens or plump hens, or big, healthy, and it looks like they actually was that weight. Sometimes they pump them up, stick the needle in them, pump them up, and then sell them to the store. And half the time we don't be aware or cautious of what we're eating, because when the stores put them out there, and they're not going to tell you what all they found in your chickens or whatever. They're there to sell you food so that you can eat and pretend to stay healthy, in a sense, on a regular basis. But I used to have a doctor I went to. He's very intelligent and very, very wise and smart. He have studied Chinese herbs and so on and so forth. And I really admire this young man. He's not that young, but he's younger than myself. I really admire him and his way of thinking. He's a pretty clever young man. And he said to me, he said, when I used to have a little bit of fat around my, sides or whatever, and it used to be really out there, he would tell me, he said, that's not your fat. I said, what do you mean? I said, I'm looking at it. I said, yes, it is the fat on me. It is my fat. He said, no, it's not your fat. It's what you've been eating. That's the fat from the chicken or the fat from the meat that you've been eating. He said, you don't know if that animal had a stroke during his time, time of you don't know what happened before, this animal was, taken away and chopped up and fed out to you from the stores. And I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. And I said, so some of my side effects that I've been having, like, I have shooting pains from my leg to my hip to my feet. So I said, you mean to tell me that could have been from the chicken that I ate? That could have been the stroke of a chicken that I ate? And he said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I said, oh, I never thought of it that way. But this guy was very clever. I started listening to him. He's a very positive person, as well as being a doctor. And I started listening to him, and then going along and reading more and more and more about healthy eating. He would give me all this material to read, and I just read up on, and I said, oh, you know what? This doctor knows what he was talking about. He shared something with me very valuable. And I would like to continue to use that information to inform other people that you can be helped, because help is on the way. If you believe you can be healed, you will be healed. Okay? So I stopped eating the meats due to the fact that health conditions and health issues was increasing, and I needed to change my way of living versus eating. So I did that. And so that's why I became a vegan. And so now instead of eating a lot of meat, I eat things that resemble meat. If I want chicken nuggets, it's not necessarily meat, but it tastes just like chicken nuggets. They have broccoli. I usually get broccoli, and I buy a lot of cauliflower. You could take cauliflower and make cauliflower chicken wings, cauliflower hot wings. You can fry these things and they taste really good. I mean, you can season them up just like eating a piece of chicken, but you're eating a little bit healthier, and you're getting more vegetables in your diet, which is good, which a lot of us can use more vegetables in our diets. So these are some of the things that I turned around in my life that could possibly help you as well. So to becoming a vegan food is healthy eating. Changing your diet slowly helps. For example, becoming a vegan. Start out for beginners. You can start out gradually eating foods that are being based, like being based diet, to create healthy diets by eating non-GMO products and not using a lot of dairy products. I don't use any dairy products. I want a piece of cheese. They have vegan cheese out there that you can purchase, and it's non-dairy product. You just read your labels or look it up. Find out what your non-dairy products are contained of, and what are some of the labels that's out there that you can purchase in the store. Okay, that's non-dairy products, non-GMO, and it would tell you, what they are. They would, most of them would have even salad dressings. If you're a dressing person, they have vegan salad dressings out there. I personally like the vinaigrettes, the different type of vinaigrettes that's healthy, because it contains lots of vinegar, and vinegar is good for you. And then I do lots of aloe vera drinks as well, to keep my body cleansed and healed inside. So, moving on for that, there are substitution that replacements foods, you can buy inside of the store instead of meats. Okay, start daily fastening with your soups. They do maybe 3 to 7 days, a soup and salad type of thing, to see if you can hold up on that. And then healthy drinks, they have a natural fruit, non-GMO, a few juices that you can purchase as well in stores that will give you energy. They have all the basic, like carrots, if you're a carrot person, mango. They have all the fruits that the body should obtain. If you're not a vitamin person and you're not getting enough vitamins in your diet per day, then healthy drinks and healthy natural juices will help as well. Okay, some of us like to maybe have a Pepsi or something like that. Cut back on so many sodas. That will help keep the skin from, crumbling, or, you breaking out, with a lot of acid sodas and acid pops and stuff. Too much sweet isn't good for you as well if you're diabetic. We know that too much sugar will affect your health as well. So I recommend plant-based, and then after maybe the 3 to 7 days of soups and salad, then go into plant-based slowly. Like plant-based, they have meat hamburgers that taste just, you think it's hamburger, but it's not. They're plant-based burgers that's made from, plant-based is made from, like I say, I could do chickpeas and make a burger. I can do chickpeas and make a meatloaf. They use different products to substitute meats that you're accustomed to eating. So, okay. So vegans, most of the vegan products are non-GMO products. Then that you'll know that it's not affecting your health. Okay, detoxing yourself, as I explained, I do it every 30 to 40 days, Whether you're detoxing yourself, you're cleansing yourself with liquid, plenty of water, cleansing yourself, or you're cleansing your stool. You need to do the two of them, periodically within yourself to get a full cleansing and detoxification. Detoxify yourself. So this is my word of video, and I'm going to share a few verses with you. Like I'll express with you, I say, keep the faith, hold on to God's unchanging hand, because a day with the Lord, I mean, when you leave here, it's like, you spent the day with a day with the Lord is like 1,000 years. I can tell you that. A day with the Lord, spend some time, meditating and praising, the Lord for things He's done in your life, and for keeping you, bringing you this far. Breathing and living, and being to be able to hear and receive educational words about healthy eating is a blessing as well. So thank God for the things that He's putting out here for you. And listen, this is Word of Video, and I thank you all for tuning into my channel. tuning into my channel once again. And I appreciate y'all. And until next time, word up. Have a good day.